flaws, but us can't even call for help. All we have is so-called knowledge itself. Even that's manufactured whole pride is kept. More money, more problems, we acquire more debt. Generational wealth is at the bottom of the well. Solitary confinement in a mighty cold cell. In a land which no man's dwell. All the violence being felt. Neck harness with a noose whip back full of wealth. From the terror in your eyes to the vision of the youth. Deformed, be born, about to see 4 units in the city in a drought. That's Lino. Separate your wig from your scalp. That's chemo. Sabi, no weed, no molly. Act B4, lottie. That Hollywood shit is for the birds. Frankly, I'm really perturbed. Just in it one serve. The people that deserve a hero reserved. And regal immersed. And evil in a place with a race that emerged. Illegal got zero tolerance for ego tolerance. I see no progress. Why we so complicated? Cold day in hell when this hell freezes over you. The only thing colder is the stare of a warrior. The tell is hella watered down. The truth is always over you. Endure to the end. Even when it lies in the den and it's time to make amends. Glass ceilings brassing over. My profession is connected with the shot eyes. Yeah, I used to hot box, smacking like some pop rods, running like a stopwatch. Everything top notch when they wanna hopscotch flip flop. Listen like some titties out of crop top. City on clock. Nigga know a nigga talking patois. Everybody back off. 3, 2, 1, finna blast off. Drop a bitch, how they do it in a dance hall. WWE on the freak, J Dez want the beat, so it's always eat. No, we always eat good. Leakwood, making out of each hood. Holy is the priesthood, superior to preachers, fucking blood and drink blood. The condition of my people, he's an emo for religion, and the alternate opinion is the enemy of God. Been raped, robbed, murdered, forgot. With a victim mentality, we created up a side with the makeup on. It's a rules for rise, abused by the blase vibe. This is all they fault, this is all they fault. By they, I mean white folk, Caucasians, cavemen. The synagogue of Satan is a fine dog, is blazing. I'ma stroke it in the mind. I was high to do slaying niggas going Super Saiyan, growing beards. It's amazing. Go to church, that's taking that cross, that hangman, a cranium for maintaining all throne. But to break that mold, I rip the soul out with a switchblade. Let it know not to be bitch made. You'll find out on this day. It's the Lord's battle, so shit take. A cold day in hell when this hell freezes over you. The only thing colder is the stare of a warrior. The tell is hella watered down. The truth is always over you. Endure to the end. Even when it lies in the den and it's time to make amends.
Nigga, we're flexing. You a fuck who we vexing. You cannot sit in our section. There is no question. I am the one like it's destined. This shit right here is a blessing. She like my aggression. I keep a bad bitch guessing. Right here we call it finessing. This my profession. There is no room for second. That's why I've been investing. Killing the session. Nights in the studio chefing. Right here we strive for perfection. We don't mind tension. I'll throw these hands like it's tagging. You better run for protection. Don't draw no weapons. Don't make my niggas start sketching. I hope that you get the message. Soon as we step in, you feel the shit of attention. Your spot don't even get mentioned. Kill for the niggas I stepped with. Die for the niggas I left with. This brotherhood here is a weapon. One west to the death that we reppin'. Smacking up niggas who think they hold heaven. War ready, Lord, bring Armageddon. All black like the kingdom of heaven. All black like my niggas is venom. Round here, most my niggas are felons. Ain't buying that bullshit you selling. Ain't gelling with niggas who's telling. They better digress. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. Mess with my brothers, I'll put you to rest. My clicking bitch ass niggas, we do not mesh. Better rethink about who you gon' test. Cause niggas got put in the trunk for less.
Yeah. Mic check 1, 2, you hear me? 144 back again. Run it back. Yeah. It's time to leave the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent. These niggas just on some extra shit, and I ain't impressed with it. Could you kick that bullshit to the left of me? Hey, look, you can't deny this excellence. I use this mic like weaponry, and I've been seeking more clarity. Right now, I'm ready as I'll ever be, rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in. Cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour them liqueur laced with rosemary. It's time to grind, ain't no time to tarry. Take one of mine, get your soul carried. I got them worry, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They fickle, they false. Gotta be bold, so end up in the real issue. Fuck with my brethren, I deal with you. Yeah. Look, it's getting real official. Seeing how them bitches can cross you. And how they still twist you. It'll hit you, then peel a tissue. Them others weak, my brother's been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Something gotta shake, I'm gonna cry it out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. And in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. But I don't wanna see no more.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the one. Why you think that I've been rolling with a Kai? Your little arms is too short to hot box with God. Fringes long, team strong with them, a gun, die would die. Tired of these fake snakes, crooked Nate to oppress Jake. No pressure makes diamonds I won't break. On this crooked landscape, we gon' make some shake. So I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates. While these crackers getting richer when we raise the crime rate. And they hunt my people like gorillas and some primates. So we in these streets trying to raise a brother's mind state. In every concrete jungle, from Cali to the tri-state. I buried brothers over beef that they couldn't squash. Blood in the streets, brains out like galoshes. I trust the cracker when I mix that squash. You listening to real niggas, dog, who can't be bought. Whoa. Why you think I go so hard? Cause this world's fucked up, nigga, I've been scarred. PTSD, brothers can't drop their guard. Every day some bullshit, you gotta weave and bob. There's no facade, so every day I'm on my job. It's time to send these devils to the land of Nod. Cause when I lost my religion, that's when I found God. So when I lost my religion,
Lord, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation.
Right. Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K out of 125th, Harlem, New York, under Commander Gen.YAHANNA. We got some heavy topics that we're going to get into today. Make sure y'all, share the content. Share the content, please.
You control what even.
Hold on. That's not what I'm looking for. Make sure y'all share the content on your YouTube and your Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You never know who needs to get this truth. Also pay your tithes. Go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithes, man. You know what I'm saying? Pay your tithes. 10% of anything that you receive. $10 is $1. $100 is 10. It's light, you know what I'm saying? To support this truth, you know what I'm saying? Give your support to this truth like you support your local drug dealers, liquor store owners, Arabs for their chicken, and how you support them Asians who don't like you at all, but you support their nail salons and their hair salons and all that, and their beauty supplies. Y'all show them so much love. Show some love to the man of the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander Gen.YAHANNA that's putting in this work that actually do love Blacks, Hispanic, and Native people. Right. And we actually do go around housing people and feeding the people and clothing the people and counseling the people and doing everything for the people. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you pay your tithes at all times. So ISUPK.com. Go to ISUPK.com. We also have a Zelle now. You can Zelle Israelite School on Zelle is the Israelite School. I forget the last name. The first name Israelite School, last name UPK. The ISUPK is UPK.
Just UPK.
Just UPK. So on the Zelle, you can Israelite School is the first name, and then the email is ISUPKTides.com. ISUPKTides.com is the email you can use. Go on there and show your support to this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? But we got some amazing stories, man, because we are super under attack by homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? The homosexuality is running completely rampant in our community. They are pushing this agenda on us. And when we say us, you know what I'm saying, we talk about the black community, because here in the UPK, they're not pushing it on us because it's not what we want.
Right.
They pushing it on y'all because it's what the people want. You know what I'm saying? People want homosexuality. The majority, we are the minority. You know what I'm saying? Here in this truth that's against homosexuality and transgenders, you know what I mean, and all of those things. But the mass majority of the people are absolutely for it. All right? They are absolutely for it, and that is a problem. You know what I mean? But the reason they're pushing it so much because they don't push things that are, they all about their bottom line, the money that they're going to make. They're not going to push this stuff like Lil Nas X, its video, and things like that if the people didn't want to see that. The reason they do it is because the people want to see it. That's the whole point. All right? And so we're gonna show you a couple of things today, man. We're gonna get into some scriptures about how the Lord absolutely hates. How the Lord absolutely hates. Maybe I forgot. Look, I forgot to share the content too. Make sure you share. But how the Lord absolutely hates homosexuality. He is against it, and so that's why we are against it, because we hate what the Lord hates. All right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We hate what the Lord hates. Let me see. Make sure I get this out. Boom. All right, let's go. Yeah, hit that share button, man. Hit the like button if you're on YouTube. You know, hit the like button to share, subscribe. You know, to the channel, because we bringing major content, man, to wake up our people. Because if you go to any psychologist, right, they tell you the first step to solving a problem is recognizing what the problem is. Okay, you have to recognize what the problem is so you can, in turn, start to solve the problem. And one of the problems in our community is homosexuality. The reason that's so much of a big problem in our community is because so much child molestation has happened around our community. And if you go to 9 out of 10 homosexuals, they will tell you they've had some type of homosexual activity happen to them, some type of rape, and things like that. Some trauma from those things has happened. Okay? And that's the situation. So it goes hand in hand. If you have a community that's in poverty, that's another thing. Poverty breeds homosexuality. People go gay for pay.
Right.
That's what the phrase is. Gay for pay. Okay? Do some strange for some change. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they say too, That's why it runs rampant in our communities and things like that, man. So we want to continue to fight against wickedness with righteousness. That's the thing. So as much as y'all getting flooded with this homosexuality, we're going to keep on flooding you with the truth every single day, all day. They ain't going to stop morning, noon, and night, meditating on it and combating and fighting against these principalities of darkness like the scriptures say, man. Because if you, like I said, I don't know if y'all seen that little Nas X video. They just pull it up on it. You can pull it up a little bit and kind of have it. I want to show y'all something too, and especially for our sisters. You know what I mean? You ain't got to put it up just right now in 1 second. Especially for our sisters, man. Because at first, we used to watch out for the little boys. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your sons ain't out there doing things. But you got to watch out for your daughters now too. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch out for your daughters and the little girlfriends that they bringing over, because they're until you never know what they're seeing, and they're watching on their little TikToks and their little, and they've been forced with lesbianism as well. So you gotta watch these little girls and watch their little friends. Right. Watch your kids in your house. You gotta be on, man, because they get bombarded with these things, and they got so much information right at their fingertips. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so you never know. So you gotta be diligently fighting against the things that your children are watching on the TV, on their iPhones, their YouTubes. You might want to tell them that on the YouTube they got a kids YouTube. Go get your children that kids YouTube so they can only watch what readily available on there. Because when they're on that big kid YouTube, they can click on anything and watch anything, and anything pops up in the kid. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really be diligent against this war that's coming, because the war is against, like I said, a lot of the children. Just like I brought out back in the day, like when they used to push cigarettes on children. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we had fake cigarettes as kids. We used to fake smoke and blow smoke. We had that. And so they just changed it up and prettied it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they still are pushing homosexuality to the children. You know what I'm saying? So watch out for that. But this transgender thing, man, you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. And you sisters, man, are getting really hoodwinked and bamboozled and run amok. because you think that transgender, that lesbian, what you call them, that gay man, that's your friend, that transgender, that's your friend. You think that they really care for you and like you, but really they're in competition with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They trying to show that they are a better woman than you. Because a man naturally is competitive. You know what I'm saying? We compete with each other about everything. You know what I mean? Rapping, shooting basketball, tennis shoes. We naturally competitive. Wrestling, you know what I mean? Whatever. Who can lift the most weights? Who can run the fastest? Who can jump the highest? Whatever. We naturally. So now you got some man dressed in the skirt with nuts and rod competing with you. You know what I'm saying? But you thinking, that he cared about you and he, and it's all fun and games, and it's really not. In the beginning of this Crybaby video that we're going to get into, it's going to show you and prove to you how disgusting, how disgusting they are. Go ahead.
And he wasn't competing in track and field.
Right.
It was.
Right. Hold on, you talking about who?
The MMA one.
Oh yeah, that's coming in. We got the MMA. You got MMA transgender. We got a lot of stories. We got this one. Another they taking over the sport, beating up women, fracturing their skulls, breaking their arms. Go ahead.
And a large portion of that blame got to go on the men, too, because, like, say for instance, you do have a daughter and she know how to do, say she's out wrestling little boys. They'll encourage her to be like that. So she grows up thinking, that she can compete with boys every day, right? So now that done kind of backfire because the boys are becoming girls and competing with them.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's happening. And then, like you said, I always thought you was going to say too, like, why would you, these is grown ups, so you can't really tell them not to do it. Their parents are probably encouraging them. They can do what they want. But you shouldn't, your woman be mad. But those are the women that grew up now. They grew up, and so now they're not scared to fight no man. And a lot of women thinking they can beat up a man. So they're jumping in there, but that spirit, does start from young. You know what I'm saying? That spirit of, and a lot of it is homosexuality.
Right.
A lot of them MMA sisters, they are lesbians. You know, studs. You know, and all of that. So they think they feel like a man anyway, but until they get in that ring with a real man with a dress on, and he fractures your skull and breaks your arm. You know what I mean? Because muscle mass and all of that stuff, and testosterone is real. All that, he made us different for a reason, man.
Right.
So it's not a game. And you'll see lions in the jungle. It'll be a pack of women lions, but they curve and submit themselves to one male lion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they recognize the strength and the power in that one man compared to all of them.
Right.
It's not a game, man. So, but we're gonna get into it. These homosexuals, transgenders are really attacking our people. You know what I'm saying? It's a big push. But I want you to see what I was just saying about this these transgenders and how they are trying to take over for you, how they disgusting they are and trying to tear you down. So my brother gonna pull this video up, and we're gonna show a little bit of this Crybaby video. Like, this video has been seen by 50 million plus people. You know what I'm saying? 50 million plus people. And this is what's going on. I want y'all to see this banter that this homosexual man, this transgender man, is having with these two dogs. You will see that it's not out of love. You know what I'm saying? There's no love in that situation. So let's pull that up real quick. This is all hate. This is teaching women to hate themselves. Because he's trying to tell women, you as a woman ain't doing it right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't made a post a while back, like a lot of you women, the reason that, you can't keep a man and get a man is because you have real transsexual energy. You have a lot of transsexual energy. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are looking like the transsexuals. All the fake hair and the fake boobs and the fake butts. That's what the transgenders is getting. Right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't looking natural no more. Y'all looking fake. Y'all looking like y'all trying to be woman, trying to portray a woman. Right. And then y'all acting like them with that masculine energy, trying to act all, hard and not feminine, because they can't be feminine because they are men. But they want to be all hard and tough, and that's how you see the women out there fighting and catty, but no submissiveness, no femininity. It's just gone. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to show you in this video, how they just portray it and how they put it out there. Watch this real quick. Let's pull it up. We're going to get the scriptures about it, so I'm going to have that Romans 1:26 through 27. Go ahead. Here, turn this off.
I look better than you. No, bitch. I look better than you. Well, at least my breath don't smell like a can of bounce that ass. Girl, the whole hood know your armpits smell like a pork chop sandwich. I look better than you. No, bitch. I look better than you. Well, at least my breath don't smell like a can of bounce that ass. Girl, the whole hood know your armpits smell like a pork chop sandwich. Pork chop sandwich!
Could they see it? Oh man, they can't see it. Would they be able to see it if it was on the screen?
No. They should see it right
No, I'm talking about the class. People on the class.
That's different, yeah.
Oh, it'd be okay.
That's different smart TV.
Oh, okay. So we gotta step our game up a little bit. Okay, we're so now you be out of the class, you know what I'm saying?
As you see, everybody else.
Okay. I wanted the people in the class to be able to see what you want.
Turn it up a little bit.
All right, I can hear it on that.
All
right, so boom. So check that out, man. This is a transgender man. Got these two little dogs fighting. Like, you know who's watching that video. All the little girls. Right. You know what I'm saying? And look what the stuff she was saying. Sorry. Look at the kind of stuff she was trying to say, you know what I'm saying, to these little girls. Like the things that they trying to push. Go ahead.
Play it again.
Yeah, you just keep playing. And you can keep it up. I'll just talk about it.
I look better than you. No, bitch. I look better than you. Well, at least my breath don't smell like a can of bounce that ass. Girl, the whole hood know your armpits smell like a pork chop sandwich. Pork chop sandwich! I look better than
who they are, how they look. A lot of straight girls, you know what I'm saying, they talking about, you know, they ain't got no booties, they ain't flat chested, don't nobody want, you know what I'm saying, because they going out getting the fakest vaginas and the fakest breasts and the fakest butts. What's up? It's just, I think we froze.
No, that's right. You see it?
Okay, look like it froze.
It's the second time. It's fine.
Okay. So like y'all, we working with our new technology, trying to make sure we get together, because it's froze on my phone.
So it might froze on ours, but it's
I'm talking about here.
It's going to find you time. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I already tested it out.
So if y'all can still hear me, you said we straight. You gonna see how it's going. You see it? Is it working on yours?
Trying to find out I'm popping up on my.
Okay. It's good.
I said I'm on this one.
Where?
Yeah.
Where you see it?
I saw it on YouTube and Facebook. Just check it out.
All right. So like,
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
if y'all can on Facebook right now, and put a one in if you watch. Put a one if you can hear us and our videos working properly. Just throw a one in there real quick for me.
You got 4 people watching. That's fine.
Okay. Just want to make sure that it's working properly. The mine was just froze like a mug. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So like, it's gone. No. Okay, we good to go.
Yeah, I'm saying that was saying. Y'all too loud.
All right, throw out. So yeah, anyway, that's the bullying that's going on. And Lil Mama had the old rapper, the little girl, man. She had a little song, a lip gloss song back in the day. She was coming out and she caught all this backlash because she spoke out about the bullying that these homosexuals and transgenders are doing to straight, you know, heterosexual girls and things like that. How they coming at them, treat them and talking down on them and bullying them like they are the real bullies. You know what I'm saying? Telling them how much they smell like fish. Like if you ever seen like a transgender, they they love to talk about sisters smelling like fish, and I think it's a thing. If you look, when transgenders look more like a woman, other transgenders say, "Oh yeah, she looks really fishy." Like that's a phrase that they use about being fishy.
Or just homosexual in general.
No, I'm talking about the transgenders, the what you call it, the cross dressers and stuff. The more like a woman, the drag queen. The more like a woman that you look, as is dressing like a man. The more like a woman you look, the more fishy you are. You know what I'm saying? That's so that's because they trying to say women, like, they smell like fish. It's terrible, man. But this was in the front of that video. Some transgender man sitting there talking smack about two little girls, two little real black girls. Anyway, so I want y'all to grab, like I said, we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna always go to the scriptures about it, because it's like, this ain't just my words. You know what I'm saying? The reason we come up against this is because the Lord has always been against it, right? So grab Romans 1:26 real quick. You got it.
Romans chapter 1 verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
For this cause, okay? And we're going to see what cause it is. For this cause, the Lord gave them up to vile affections. What's some of them vile affections? HIV. You know what I'm saying? The homosexuals, they was dying rapidly from HIV. Because the Lord allowed that to happen to them because for this cause. What happened to that? Were you able to get the thumbnail for that one? That's all right. If you can't do it right now, don't worry about it. All right? Read that one more time.
For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
See? Now for this, first it said for this cause. What cause was it?
You want to go to verse 25?
It says for this cause.
For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
Now, he gave them up for vile affection. Now I'm going to go into the cause. Go ahead.
For even the women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Even the women did change that of their natural use. Women ain't using their things for what they was naturally used for a man. A lot of women are putting on strap-ons and women's chopping their breast off. You know what I'm saying? The thing that's naturally supposed to be to nurse a child and bring it, give all the nutrients to a baby to raise them up. Hey, they gone. Take that away. It's just being too distracted. They gone. You know what I'm saying? They chopping their breast off. Breast is supposed to be something that can literally nurse a baby and give them all the nutrients that it needs to survive. And that's the natural use. They chopping them off. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, I don't know if they to the point where they're trying to get penises or not. I don't know. I know they got fake strap on. They trying to, yeah. I'm sure they trying. Yeah. They trying to do it, but they doing things to grow facial hair, taking hormone pills. Yeah. So that's what women are doing. They rubbing vaginas with women. When they supposed to be laying down with a man. So the Lord said, for this cause, He gave them up to vile affections, which is HIV. You know what I'm saying? And all of those diseases and things like that. Go ahead.
And likewise also the men.
What?
And likewise also the men.
Likewise also the men. It ain't just the women He gave up for vile affections. It's also the man too. You know what I mean? It's also the man too. What does a man do? Like I said, these transgenders, they want to turn themselves into women. They want to be women instead of being men. Because they, like I said, a lot of times, if you talk to a lot of them, it was molestation happened to them. You know what I'm saying? There was rape happened to them. Our women, they ain't supposed to be, in them strip clubs, stripping naked, selling their body for money. That's not the natural use of a woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, man. Keep going.
And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of a woman, burned in their lust one towards another.
Leaving the natural use of a woman. These men, they don't want women, they want to be women. They don't want to take a woman and use her what she's supposed to be used for. They'd rather try to take and become a whole woman, man. This is what we're dealing with in this earth. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on with our children in our schools. They got transgender bathrooms. They're trying to, these UFC fighters, they ain't even gotta have a sex change. They just gotta say that they identify as a woman. Now they going and beating up your daughter and fracturing her skull. Go ahead.
So one thing I heard about that legally, that at least have to be taking the hormone injections.
Right, he got to be taking pills, you know, to make him soft.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
And you know, also this started way back into actually like 2014 around the time I came to the school. I came into the school about 2014.
You said that's when it started, right?
Yeah. So I came to the school about 11th grade. You see what I'm saying? Which was about like 2014, 2015, and they already had transgender bathrooms and shit like that, and plus the pills and et cetera, et cetera. So come on, yeah. I mean, that shit's been around for a minute now.
No, you're right.
Yeah, what is that, like 6-7 years?
Yeah, but
probably 8. Yeah,
you're talking just the pills, right?
The pills and the transgender bathrooms, because they had that when I came to the school.
I didn't know they had to change in the bathroom back then. I thought that was like, it's been around that long? Yeah.
Okay. I seen the full circle.
I thought that, I ain't gonna say, it didn't feel like it was 7 years.
Yeah.
I thought that was just something in the last, since Obama, well, you know what? No, you know what? I think, ain't that right? That was around Obama time.
Yeah.
It don't seem like it's been that damn long. It's been that long.
That's like, Obama was president when I was probably in 9th or 10th grade. I came to the school in 11th grade, so probably 9th or 10th grade. 9th grade, Trayvon Martin had died. So actually, I'll say probably 9th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was Obama time, because Obama ushered all that garbage in. Of course, Joe Biden, he's just doubling down on it. Now he's like, hey, y'all can fight. He just sanctioning everything. So yeah, man. But this attack, like I said, the women they trying to embrace this homosexual embrace. You know, the majority is doing it. Christian church, which is people who accept homosexuality and embrace it and allow, even though the scriptures are against it. But they don't want to lose that money.
Right.
And so they're going to, be a dancing monkey, you know what I'm saying, to get the money. And that's just the reality, man. But what's happening is they trying to wipe you sisters out. You know what I'm saying? We don't have, women's sports is going to be gone.
Right.
Gone to them your transgender counterparts who is giving the pass, who is giving the okay for this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no women really out there standing up against all this transgender stuff, but now you got transgenders bashing their sisters' heads and crushing their heads doing mixed martial arts because they decided that they want to call themselves a woman because they couldn't make it amongst men, so they want to go and beat up on women. Go ahead, bro.
Well, what they doing is just like in this scripture it talks about, receiving in themselves the recompense, behind the actions. That's what they're receiving because sisters a lot of times be the biggest supporters of gay stuff, even straight sisters.
They support gay men more than they support straight men. You know what I'm saying? Gay men, I ain't heard no phrase when a gay man is being too overly gay, but when we be too much like our normal man itself, they try to call us a toxic masculinity.
Right.
What's the phrase for these transgenders when they trying to be too much like a woman, or these gay men who try to be too much like a woman? I ain't heard that phrase.
Toxic estrogen.
Toxic hormonal pills. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I mean, like, there's a great meme going on right now where it's like, a lot of women is like saying like, there's not a lot of real men out here. But it's like, there's not a lot of real men out here. And the meme says, there's not a lot of real men out here because you are supporting all the gay men.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the reason why there's not real men, because you are softening them up. Right. So I'm saying you are encouraging homosexuality. Right. So I'm saying all your friends is homosexuals and they're males, not females.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
No, that's exactly right, man.
Yeah.
And the brother, the Kanye put a good scripture to kind of piggyback. I'm looking on YouTube that piggyback on what you said about you have to teach your children this at home. That's why I said you got to watch for the babies. Not just the little boys now. You know, you want to watch your daughter from that little boy. You want, and who's that little boy? Keep them boys out that house. You know what I'm saying? With them boys. But you letting that little girl walk in there who's being raised in a household full of bull daddies. And I think that's a slur. Full of lesbians. Right. Try to shut us down. Right. But these little girls are being raised by all these lesbians, and you letting this little girl come in and sleep and have sleepover with your daughter. But now they're under the covers kissing and doing all the kind of touching and feeling. Right. And I know this to be true because I counsel a lot of the little sisters at my slavery, you know what I'm saying, working in the public schools. Right. And I hear the stories of what goes on at these little girls' sleepovers. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they push homosexuality so much. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch. But he had grabbed Deuteronomy 6 and 7. Deuteronomy 6 and 7. The brother Dukai had grabbed. That's a good one to for the kids. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna keep on the most on that one.
Men with men, working that which is unseemly.
Working what?
That which is unseemly.
Which is what?
Which is unseemly.
Unseemly. Unseemly. The Lord, this is in the scripture, man. It's unseemly what these men is doing with these other men. It's unseemly what these men are doing with themselves. Some men are even going as far as to chop their rides off, man. Like I said, women are chopping their breasts off. Men are chopping their whole rides off, man. Right. Going away from what the nature called for them to produce and be fruitful and multiply. How you being fruitful and multiply with no rod? Right. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna nurse the baby? I know they got this fake milk now, but now you wanna the demon come up off you, the homosexual, the lesbian demon come up off you. But now you want to have a baby, now you can't breastfeed because you can cut your damn titties off. Right. Or your breast off, you know, whatever. So, you know, you can cut your breast off. Right. You know what I mean? That's a demon, man. Because what is a demon's mission in the scripture? The demon is here to destroy you. Right. And you also know it's a demon because the demon is the same on all homosexuals. If you look at it, right. Then you can see the demon on them. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can see the homosexual demon on them. It's the same on the men and the women. You know what I'm saying? You can just see it. Like, you know, if people call it a gaydar. And stuff like that. But it's really you seeing that demon that's on it. Right. Just like you can tell when somebody battling the demon, you know what I'm saying, of drug addiction, or, right. You know, alcoholism and right. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? You can tell these people because it's the same type of demon. You know what I'm saying? Some people can tell when somebody's has a pedophilia demon on them. You're like, man, dude look like a pedophile. Right. Pedophile vibes. You know what I'm saying? Women too. Women is pedophiles too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. Messing with little kids, little boys, little, you know. So, man, we have to really, man, really be diligent in fighting this this demon that's being pushed on our community. Because it's being pushed in a major way. And y'all sisters is really got to fight back against this, man, and come up against this transgender stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't be condoning, you know, your transgender friends. You know, you can't be condoning, just like y'all don't want to condone black men being men and standing up to you and putting you in your place, and you call it us being toxic because we ain't letting you rule over us with your vagina. Right. Or y'all toxic, or y'all are chauvinistic and things like that. But this homosexual man can just get on TV right now and act like, you know, and degrade to, you know, black women like that in front of the world. And nobody had nothing to say about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on next. I want you to pull up that other one. Pull up that picture of Lil Nas X. Look at this guy. This dude is, yeah, where you start with that? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This Lil Nas X. But like I said, he's finna get filthy rich off of it. Because this is what people want. People want homosexuality. Okay, we're gonna get some more scriptures too, man. Is that it on that scripture? Oh no, grab that one. Is that it on that one? Or some more?
It's a little piece. Man.
Oh, go ahead. Let's get the rest of that.
And receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meant.
And that's of their what? Of the thing that's natural.
Right.
Wait a second. I think you said error.
Right. Their error.
Their error. It's the error. You are being homosexuals in the error. You're chopping off your rod in the error, according to the Lord. Read that part again, what it says.
And receiving in themselves that recompense of their error.
Y'all know what recompense is? What's the definition of recompense? What's recompense? Let's get that. Go ahead.
Payback.
Payback. You know what I'm saying? You get what you deserve. People forgetting about what happened down there in Orlando when that dude went and shot up all them people with that homosexual club. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that happened. He went straight into the homosexual club and shot them all up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about all the AIDS running through the gay community. You getting back. You get what you get. You get paid back for erring so bad, for doing things that is unseemly according to the Bible. Go ahead.
You read what you saw.
Damn right. You read what you saw. That's what you're putting out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them brothers was in the closet. So how many sisters was given AIDS?
Right.
Because they had some down low man in the closet, trying to use them as a what they call it. What's that term? Use them as a disguise. No, not disguise. It's another term.
Not a trophy.
It's right there on my mustache. They use them as they call it a mustache. I never heard that. No. It's a term that they say down low brothers would get a woman to make it seem like they had a woman to use them as a mustache, like a disguise. Like they call it a mustache. You know what I'm saying? You know how people put on a mustache to disguise themselves. They try to make you look like a man. You know what I'm saying? That basically is saying they try to make themselves look like a man, like they have something manly going on, when really, you know what I'm saying? They closet homosexuals. You know, and that's what's going on, man.
I got it if you want it.
Yeah, you can put it up like now. Look, this is a picture. You don't gotta play, but if y'all see this is what's going on right now. This is Lil Nas X giving the devil a lap dance. Y'all see that? They can still see it? Okay. So okay. So this dude is giving the devil a lap dance. You know what I mean? And then on top of this, he getting sued by Nike because he came out with a shoe, a Satan Nike, with a drop of blood in the sole. So it was 666, red.
666 shoes.
What?
He had a drop of blood on each shoe, which is 666 shoes in total.
Oh, that's how much he did in total. Okay. Yeah. So he had 666 shoes, and he had a drop of human blood in each shoe with the Satan symbol on it. That the people who do Satan worship, they rock that 5-point star or whatever. And this guy is going to be filthy rich off of this. Look at this, disgusting, man. But your Christian pastors ain't coming up against it. They not coming up against this. Y'all ain't hear no big outrage about this. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, it's a big outrage about men being men. They got a big problem with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, man. This is absolutely disgusting. But this is the agenda that's being pushed on us right now. And all this stuff is coming out right now. Like, you got to think about it. It's coming out. This is all simultaneous. So you got Lil Nas X doing this. Right. You got Megan Thee Stallion with the transgender dude banging the dolls together. You know what I'm saying? Making sisters look disgusting. Talking about how, you know what I mean? How disgusting they is. What?
I ain't even seen that one.
Well, that's what we had played earlier. When we had, y'all can see it. That's all I wanted to show you. But she had two dudes with a transgender dude in the beginning of the Crybaby video. And she was fighting with the dogs. And that's what he was saying. Like, that was a gay transgender man and two black girl dogs. You know what I'm saying? Coming at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and talking bad about each other and just down, degrading sisters. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so we got that going on. Then you have Joe Biden pushing for the UFC, and not just UFC, but all sports, to allow men to participate in women's sports. So, you know what I'm saying? All these things is going on at the same time, and ain't no outrage about it. Ain't nobody saying nothing about what's going on. Like, the Christian church ain't speaking out against this. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to mess with their bottom line. People only care about the money that they make, man. And this is terrible, man. And we got and people be wondering, like, why y'all doing this? Why y'all always got to say? I'm like I said earlier, the way that you battle against something or fix a problem, people have to recognize what the problem is. As psychologists, you can't fix a problem until you know what the problem is, so you can fix it. You gotta know that there's a problem and accept it as a problem. Right. So we gotta keep showing people that this is a problem. It's probably look at what it's doing to us. Look at what it's doing to our children. Right. You know what I'm saying? women are, dying alone at an alarming rate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be with men. They run around want to be with women or being alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's really tearing up our community, man. And the children ain't benefiting just because you maintain a child, women, right? Just because your child is alive and eating well, how he's not doing well in school? He can't read.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're like, my mama raised me alone. You barely made it.
Right.
You know what I mean? What grade you know what I'm saying? You barely made it out of high school. You barely made it out of elementary school.
Right.
That's not amazing. Your mama maintained you and got you just because you lived. You didn't live with no substance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of our babies are doing terrible in school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our children are shooting each other up in the streets. Now our daughters are in the strip clubs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them women who decided they didn't need no man back in the 60s, that women's right, that feminism stuff, they did nothing for our community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Women, y'all failed. Y'all failed. Just like the man, we don't need no man. Get the man out of the household. All right, boom, boom. We want to be strong, black, independent, right?
Right.
Okay, we need to accept the fact that failed. You failed. It did not work. It's time for y'all to come back to the black man and sit down and get back together and say, hey, how we going to fix this together? You know what I'm saying? Black men, we got to get it together, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they doubling down on the attacks. Like, they doubling down on it, man. When I'm seeing this, I'm like, man, good night. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. And two, man, y'all welcome anybody online, man. If y'all have any questions or comments, any questions about scriptures, man, we can get into. We'll get into those questions. Just type your question in. If you have a question, any comments, we can get into it.
So, the brother West, you know West, right?
Mm-hmm.
The brother West said, Lil Nas X actions are disgusting and abomination.
Yeah, damn right.
Brother Kaya said they ain't being fruitful and multiplying, they just being fruit salaki. Hey, what's that?
But you ain't never lie, man. The devil just being fruit. They ain't doing nothing for the people. And the brother's right. It is definitely an abomination. It is definitely an abomination according to the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. Let's get another scripture. Brad, read that one that he did. You got that one that the brother had. Oh, you want something? You had something you want to say?
Yeah, right quick. The thing in sports and all of that, and these contact sports, that stuff is gonna get worse because the homosexual subculture is stronger than the women's culture.
Say it one more time.
The situation with the transgenders in combat sports, that's gonna get worse because the gay subculture is more powerful than the women's subculture.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to get worse if they sit there to try and make rules, put too many rules up on them gays. They gonna rile up.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. No, that's what I said. That's what you heard me say when I said bulldog. I'm like, oh, hold on, LGBTQ, don't come try to shut me down because they come out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said women need to come out. We need more women like Lil Mama. Go to that, get that story too. I want to get that. Lil Mama coming out talking about she's gonna make a movement, and make a school like a organization for straight women, you know what I'm saying? To battle against this bullying that's coming from the transgender community. And who's coming out against her? Oh, they coming forward. Right. Where is her support at?
Right.
Lil Mama needs support in what she's trying to do. That's why we gonna make awareness to this. Like, dude, you know what I'm saying? They are the bullies. Them transgenders, man, they are bullying them sisters, man.
Right. Even, I'm quite sure that sister mean well. But if she don't get behind the men, it's not gonna work. It's not even gonna come close to working. Right. Because that LGBT, whatever it is, it's a tidal wave.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a tidal wave subculture. It's gonna drown any damn thing except for the truth.
But man, what they gonna come to find out, like the scripture say, the women are supposed to teach the young women about how to be women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If they do those things, that's going to make men love seeing women teaching other women to be feminine, to be sweet and, you know what I mean, and kind and beautiful. Like that's what you want to see. You don't want to have a woman out here fighting and being unruly and things like that. So her mission You know, nothing's gonna work with you that you do if it ain't got the Lord with you first and foremost.
Right.
But if these sisters really push this agenda, like this is a little mama, if sisters really got behind her and saying like, hey, we are gonna fight for women to be more feminine, be more submissive.
Right.
We need our men. You know, that's gotta be the whole to fight against, you know, this bullying that you're getting from men.
Right.
From fake men, you need real man support.
Right.
And real women support. That's what she really needs too. But it just, you know, it's amazing that she, you know, that somebody said something. Like you don't hear nobody saying nothing about the oppression or the bullying. You know, that these gays and homosexuals do. Like, how you gonna force me to be mentally have a mental issue?
Right.
Just because you think you're a damn woman or a man, I don't have to. I gotta call you miss. Like I gotta be crazy too. I gotta act like, you know, no, hey, brother. Like you gonna force me to be out of my mind. Like I know you are a man. If you want to be a man, fine. If that's what you want to do, or you know what I'm saying, you're a man trying to be a woman, or a woman trying to be a man. That's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna let the Lord gonna deal with you, but you're not gonna force me, bully me to be mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? Like to participate in your mental illness. Like I don't know. I just think it's like, you know what I mean? Like the slayer trying to say, you know, you gotta refer to them like this, or you have to refer to the children. Like if they want to be called he and she, you have to do that. I'm just going to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, hey, you, Ben. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even doing that. I mean, you're not going to force me to participate in mental retardation. Mental illness. You know, like I said, if anything else, like if if you have your dog meowing or something like that, you ain't going to say, yeah, my dog, you know, it's a cat. It thinks it's a cat, so it's a cat. No, you're gonna say, man, my dog got a problem. They've been around too many cats. Now he's acting like a cat. He's off. You know what I'm saying? My dog tripping. You know what I'm saying? But in our society, we supposed to be there. It's ridiculous, man. So anyway, we're gonna keep it moving. I want you to get a little bit of that story. You got that story?
Yeah, I got it.
I want you to see a little bit of her, you know, just so y'all know what we're talking about the sister, because you know, she, I applaud her for it, and they coming at her head. So just read a little bit of it. We ain't got to get into the whole thing. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? And while he get that, read that scripture, Deuteronomy. Who had it? You got the one, Deuteronomy? I want to get that scripture that the brother had pulled out. That's a good one. Go ahead. Deuteronomy 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk with them when thou
Slide it from the beginning. See, read that again.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Y'all shall teach them diligently. Teach the children diligently. Like look up that word diligent and see, you know, how, you know, you gotta be very intentional. Yeah. You know, with a lot of zeal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on it diligently, because the enemy, you know, is coming just as hard. You know what I'm saying? You got to be you got to be stronger in your righteousness than the enemy is in his wickedness. Okay, at all times. All right, you have to think like that. I have to be stronger in my righteousness. So teach your kids diligently. Keep going.
And shall talk with them when thou sittest in thy house.
And shall talk with them when y'all sitting in the house. You know, like I said, when you in your home, talk with them. See what they have and see what they saying. Right. Ask them random questions. Like, what you think about this? What you think about, you know what I'm saying? Right. That boy, man, did y'all see that, man? That boy had a dress on. What you think about that? Right. And you might hear your son might say, you might find out your son might say some, well, boys can be princesses too. Then, now, you see, now you got to get to the bottom of it, because it's happening in these classrooms. Right. It was teachers that was coming out, you know what I'm saying, because people are able, with this online schooling, a lot of parents were able to hear what these teachers are saying to these children. Right. I mean, there was one of the teachers, you know, being racist. You know, another teacher was pushing homosexuality. A lot of stuff was coming out. So you don't know what they learning. Your kid come in from school. Hey, what you learning today? What happened at school today? You know, ask them those questions. What happened at school today? What you do today? Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, who did you play with? What did y'all do? You know, you had fun? Did somebody hurt your feelings today? Somebody said something that makes you somebody say something to make you angry? Did somebody say something to make you sad? You gotta problem with that because you gotta talk with your kids. And a good time to do that's why I encourage parents, to sit down and eat together. Have some time we all, maybe get around the table, or you know what I'm saying, and sit around eating, with the TVs off and the iPhones and the iPads all the way, and have some conversation. You know what I mean? Just amongst us, like and that's the scripture. What the scripture say?
And shall talk with them when thou sittest in thy house.
And shall what?
Shall talk with shall talk with them when thou sittest in thy house.
Make it a thing every day. You know what I'm saying? Put out some time. Maybe it's in the morning. Maybe it's in the morning before school. Especially like I said, since they at home now. Maybe before class, getting up, make some breakfast. Sit around, have breakfast together.
Right.
Have dinner together, lunch together. Carve out some time in the day to see what's going through your kid's mind being on that TikTok. Like, what did you learn on TikTok all day? You didn't watch TikTok from this morning. You can watch TikTok from can't see to can't see. What did you learn all day? What did you learn today when watching TikTok? And you gotta really, see what's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? And be diligent, like the scriptures say. Be diligent about it. You know what I'm saying? Do it all the time. Be diligent about what your children are learning on these phones and TikToks. Be diligent about it. Talk to them. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was a meme. Captain Zara put up. He said, show me on this dog where the internet hurts you. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, but you got to do that because that internet can be bullying. Like kids is getting, I think they call it cyberbullying. I said, man, that is tough. That's how soft our kids been got. To where they sit there and, oh my God, no, they can just hit the off button. And the bullying stops. They ain't even got a lot to fight the bully no more. They can just, but they can't stop looking at it. They can't stop it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you have to ask your children that. Like, what you learned? Did something you read on the internet make you sad? Did something you see on the internet, make you confused? Right. Hurt your feelings? Make you mad or upset? You got to ask these questions, man. So let's, you got that was keep going on that.
And when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
Right. When you lie down, when you walking past, you know what I'm saying? When you lying down, sometimes, it's good to have a time, like maybe it's at nighttime to do it. When you're getting ready for bed, maybe y'all, lay down and read a story together or something. You know what I'm saying? Right. Put them to bed, have a bedtime for the children. They should be up. Right. Later than you. You know what I'm saying? They should this lights out, phones out, let everybody sleep. But you can do those things. You can read a book with them.
Would you like me to do that?
Alexa got her own mind now. Look, ain't nobody talking to you, Alexa. Alexa, stop.
Go to the Alexa.
Stop.
Enable video skills and devices.
She ain't stopping. Unplug it. This is your own.
Well, that's independent now.
Right. Oh man, that's crazy. But let's grab. But like I said, these stories is all through the scriptures. Did you guys ever do that story? Cause but that was it on there, man. When you go, when you lay down, when you wake up, you know what I'm saying, carve out some time for the children. You know what I'm saying, where you can get to know them, get to know what's going on in their head. You got to ask those questions. What did something make you mad today? Did something hurt your feelings today? How do you think about this? Hey, I seen something on TV today. What you think about this? What you think about this video? You know what I'm saying? Of Nas X, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be probably watching that garbage anyway. But maybe they have seen it because they have access to computers and internet. Right. So you have to ask them. You know, as I said, encourage parents. Get that, it's a YouTube Kids. Get YouTube Kids. They got TikTok Kids, get TikTok for kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that TikTok, they got some of everything on there. Like they got access to some of everything. I thought it was, when I heard about it, I thought it was like a kid thing. Grown-ups is on there. They got everything is on there. You know what I'm saying? They get to be in grown folks' business. That's why kids love it so much. Because on TikTok, they get to be, stay out of grown folks' business. Grown folks' business all day on TikTok. See all these grown-ups I'm watching in their business? Right. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't no grown folks' business is getting blurred. But let's grab, I want to go into that story, man. Some of the homosexual story, too. Yeah, go ahead. And grab Genesis. I believe it's Genesis. Genesis 19:1. We'll get a little bit of that's the Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm gonna show you all like this stuff been going on, and the Lord been against homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Men wanting to have sex with men, like we just read. Go ahead.
Rapper Lil Mama doubles down on transphobic comments and says she will start
You see what they want to call it transphobic. Like she's not against transphobic. She's just for. She's just for what you call it, heterosexual women. Yeah. She's for straight women. You know what I'm saying? She's not that because I'm for straight women. I mean, you know, she's just saying I'm not gonna allow, you know, a kid to decide to chop their penis off. Right. You know what I mean? Like the kid, they can't decide when they can't decide when it's their bedtime. They can't decide if they go to school or not. They can't make those decisions, but they can make a decision to cut their penis off. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. But keep going.
Okay. Rapper Lil Mama doubles down on transphobic comments. And how to say?
No, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. And says she will start a heterosexual rights movement.
Heterosexual rights movement. You see what I'm saying? Because they need rights too. Like these people, these transgenders can do anything. Like if that was switched the only way, a straight girl making two gay dolls, two men, you know, gay man doll comments, making them, you gay, you gay. They would have came there and said she was hating. You know what I mean? Right. But this heterosexual man came on the camera. They had two dolls in that crybaby video that, you know what I mean? Right. Degrading two black girls. Everybody know you a dumpster. Everybody know you stanky, you nasty, you know. But if you what if we roles were reversed? Right. It was a heterosexual woman doing that with two gay dogs. You know what I'm saying? And bashing, talking smack about gay people. Well, how would that have been taken? Right. The LGBTs and all them would have been on their heads. Go ahead.
You know what? In the feminist movement, the women's rights were back straight up. You know what I'm saying? They were back straight off her. They wouldn't even try to defend her or none of that. Even if it was a white woman.
You can't see it yourself. Come on, you gonna take it off here? I just want to. Yeah, I just wanted you to take it and have her picture up there. You ain't have to.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, go ahead. So I say that again.
Yeah, the women's rights movements and all that were back straight up. They would have gave her no defense, even if she was white. They would side with the gays.
Mm-hmm. They would that's the kicker right there. They would have been on their side. You know what I'm saying? Not only, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can't be for yourself and not be against. That's why she said heterosexual. She didn't say nothing about them people. Right. She just said it was all facts. Like she's just standing up for, like she said, heterosexual rights. Right. We need rights. What rights do we have? Right. Y'all got all these gay rights. Right. We need rights too. You know what I mean? Right. I thought it was an admirable thing that the sister did. Go ahead, read some more of that.
Okay. Lil Mama the rapper behind the hit song Lip Gloss said in a Instagram story that she is planning to start a heterosexual rights movement, alleging that straight people face bullying from the LGBTQ community. The story was said that the movement will be called anti-LGBTQ bullying, comes after several previous transphobic remarks from the rapper. Y'all fight so hard to be respected, and some of you, not all, get a kick out of bullying people for having an option.
Right, you see what I'm saying? Right. Like they get a kick out of it. Like they, you know, for being able to talk, say anything you want to say about a straight girl. You ugly, your breath stink, you fishy, you ain't got no boobs, you ain't got, you know, like now you gonna bully me, make me feel bad about having my natural breasts because you went and got some fake ones. Right. That is wrong. That ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. It's not fair. It's bullying. Right. You know, you got sisters going out here getting fake booties and breasts because y'all they talking about how flat chested they is, no booty, and you know them transgender boys, they be going in on sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do.
You know. Go ahead.
But when society backs them, that's where they get the, you know. that all of these, regardless of whether it's gay or straight or whatever, the whole society seems to back them.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep go ahead, keep reading.
How they dress, this is like, y'all fight so hard to be respected, and some of you, not all, get a kick out of bullying people for having an option. How they dress, how their hair or makeup looks.
Right, they be banging on it. I'm telling you, and they go, you know what I'm saying, and they tell them about they the most fashionable. You gotta go get a gay person to be your stylist, and they got the most fashion, and they the most decorative, and they, you know what I mean? It's bogus, and it's not right, and it's bullying, and it's, you know, it's taking over, and you know, you gotta look at the you have to look at the agenda, like who, you know, that, you know, like I said, we don't feel like it's being pushed on us because we are against it. You know what I'm saying? Just like General had brought up the other day. Like bacon. Like you go to a restaurant, it's bacon on everything. You gotta go tell them, is it bacon on that? Is it bacon on that? They put bacon on tacos. Like, why? They put bacon on tacos for, man. You know what I mean? They put bacon on everything, right? And so he was just saying, like, you would sit back and wonder, like, why are they trying to push this on me? They're like, it's not for me because I don't like bacon. But you know who it is for? Everybody else loves bacon. The masses love it. Like I said, this little Nas X, he making that video like that for homosexuals because homosexuals love it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. It's still the reading is still on screen. I want you to have a picture. You don't have to have it.
So as far as StreamYard, that's how we able to do that. With this, that's not able.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was from
yeah.
All right, let's just go. So I'll change it up afterwards. Right?
So you can't just go back to our live stream right now?
I can, yeah. I do that. Yeah, but I mean,
you can't be able to see the story.
Right, so anything that I go to, they see.
Oh, that's how it works. Yeah, okay, we gonna get it together, y'all. So y'all work with it out. We just got some new technology. We working the kinks out. So I was trying to show y'all the video, but go ahead. I was trying to show y'all.
I can switch back to the video if you need me to.
No, go ahead. You are. Let's finish it. We gonna get up out of off this, but go ahead. They ain't gonna read the whole thing, but we just want to get them a gist of what the sister's going through.
All right, you come. All right. So anything I see, they see.
Go ahead.
How much money they had, etc. She wrote a Thursday story, which remained on her Instagram Friday afternoon. Lil Mama, whose real name is Natita Jessica Kirkland, claimed that straight people are afraid to be honest about their opinions.
See, look, and the brother just said it. The brother West, you know what I'm saying? He said it's stated there they're going to try to make an example out of her to scare the masses from speaking. Right. You know what I'm saying, about this mental illness, and that's what I just said. Like, right. You know, because she's speaking, because that's what she just said. Like, people are scared to speak on it. People are scared to speak about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they know if you speak about it, they're going to try to come attack you and call you what's that word? Homophobic. Homophobic. They're going to say you're homophobic. And you gay bashing and all that. Right. No, you straight bashing. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all, you gay bashing, you got to be something for straight bashing. Maybe that need to be the next hashtag. Hashtag straight bashing. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let's get that going. Go ahead.
Well, good. That's a strong weapon they use against people, too, by labeling things. Mm-hmm. Like, you say something about, gays, you're a gay basher. Mm-hmm. So we got to learn the same skill and slam the same, feed them with their same voice.
Right. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It's funny because in the gay community, they always say that, I don't deal with labels. We don't deal with labels, but they do deal with labels. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like, once again, like, they are just hypocrites. Right. That's all they are. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like they just say, like, we don't do no labels. Oh, I'm not bisexual. Just categorize me as a he or she. Because they were here, and sometimes they still use those labels at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Zion, let's cut it out, man. You was crying for no reason. Cut it out. So you can go back to the screen, and then next time you got a story, reading stories on the phone. Yeah, that's how they do all these steps. I don't want to give nobody no free advertisers on our platform. All this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Pay for any advertising. But yeah, so anyway, man, the brother West is right, man. So we gonna have to, like I said, we gonna have to be stronger in our righteousness as they are in their wickedness. And that's the mission. That's the whole conclusion of this matter. That's the mission that we're going on. I want you to get into the part on that scripture when they were trying to bust into the door.
Okay.
When they were trying to get to the door, I believe it might be 7, verse 7, if I'm not mistaken. Is that it right there, I think?
Right, it starts about, right at about, it starts at about 5. 5,
when they were trying to get into the door.
Right.
Get to that part. So, right. This part right here, right? This is Genesis, what we had, Genesis 19, Genesis 19, right? And this is Sodom and Gomorrah. This is the brother Lot.
Right.
He had some angels come to his house, right? Right, he had some angels come in there. And the homosexual men tried to come in there and force themselves on those men. You know what I'm saying? Because they was angels. They didn't know they were angels, but they tried to come. But we're going to let them read scripture. So, because, before y'all say, we hate bashing and all this, this is the Lord. This is thus says the Lord. This is not my word. I didn't make these things up. I'm just reading from the scriptures that y'all allow the Christian church to read from, and don't give them no problems. So don't give us no. We just read the scriptures. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 19 and verse 5. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, what are the men which came into thee this night?
What are the men that just went in that house? That's like the brother go there, hey man, y'all got some sisters in there, what's going on? Y'all got some women in there. These dudes come over there for some men like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
That we may know them. They trying to get to know these men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they want to have sex with these men. Okay, keep going.
And Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him.
Look, so he told them to bring the man out. Lot said, no, look, Lot stepped outside and closed the door. Like, Look, he had to go out, step on the porch and close that door. Keep going.
Verse 7. And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly.
Do not do what?
So wickedly.
So wickedly. They know he knew this was evil. Right. You know what I'm saying? Lot was a man of the Lord.
Right.
He said he know what they was on.
Right.
They trying to do wicked. He said, look, man, don't do this wicked thing y'all trying to do right now. Y'all being wicked, y'all full of demons. You know what I mean? Go on somewhere with that homosexual nonsense, man. Right. Keep going.
Verse 8. Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes.
Right. So he trying to tell them, look, like trying to persuade them with women, like, why don't y'all want women? I got 2 women who ain't never even been, like 2 virgin women, young women who ain't never been with men. You know what I'm saying? They ain't call them virgin, just said they ain't never known men. You know, maybe they're a little older, they might not been young, but they just hadn't been with any man yet. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, we all know that virgin in the scripture means a woman of marriageable age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not a woman, that has never had sex. But these women sound like, they could have been maybe older, but they've never known man. I'm not sure. But, we'll see. I'll look into that. But go ahead.
Only until these men do nothing.
Right. Don't do nothing to these men. He's willing. That's how much he's willing to do to try to, fight that demon of homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? And fight against that wickedness that was coming strong. Like he knew. Keep going.
Well, therefore came they under the shadow of my roof.
Right, they're under my roof. I'm under my protection. Somebody come in your house and somebody live with you, they're your responsibility. If people come over your house and be with you, something happens to them, it's on your watch. That's why I say, that's why people say, not on my watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where that phrase comes from, not on my watch. This ain't finna happen on me. You know what I'm saying? These brothers is under my supervision, under my care. I'm presiding over them at this moment. And this ain't gonna happen on my watch. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And they said, stand back.
And they said what?
stand back.
Man, stand, get out of my face, man. Keep going.
And they said again, this one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be a judge.
Oh my goodness. what is it? Come on, man. Is that not the Christianest thing you ever heard? Like what in language terms?
Right.
And what did they just say? What did they just say in our language? And right now today, what would that have been said? Who could say it? Go ahead.
Don't judge me.
You can't give them that. You can't judge me. Right. Tupac. Only God can judge me. Only God can. Who is you to judge me? Ain't that what the Christian church we judging you for being homosexual? Like, who is you? You came in our hood. You know, in our city. Don't judge me. Who is you to judge me for wanting to let, you know what I'm saying, blow up, being a man and blow another man's rod? Who is you to tell me I'm wrong for that? You can't judge me. Only God can judge me. That's what they've been saying back since Sodom and Gomorrah. This is in Genesis, man. You know what I mean? And that's why the Christian church is full of homosexuals in the choir all through the church. Because you see, Kirk Franklin's son just came out and said he molested him. I don't know if y'all seen that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Kirk Franklin's son, because he didn't necessarily raise that son like the one with that son's mama no more. Right. Yeah, that son is saying now that he was molested by Kirk Franklin.
Right. Well, them celebrities be turning their kids out.
What? They
do it on purpose.
He was sitting over doing that. What was doing? Who Kirk Franklin was sitting on his lap?
T.D. Jakes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And now the son saying he molested me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the Christian church. You can't judge them. And Kirk Franklin was the main one. Right. Y'all are bullying him in the pulpit. Right. You know what I mean? You know, y'all bullying him talking about it with God didn't make Adam and Steve. Right. You know what I'm saying? And now look what's coming out about him. Because he was homosexual.
Think about it. He probably doing to his son the same thing T.D. Jakes did to him.
Right.
Trash on the tradition.
Trash on the tradition, man. I wouldn't be surprised, but this has been going on. And this is Christian, man. Christian, this is feminist. Right. You know what I'm saying? And all these things. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you can't judge me. Good night. Go ahead, keep going.
Now we deal worse with thee than with them.
Oh my God. Now they gonna do him dirty. Like,
right.
You don't bring a man out here, we're gonna do it to you worse than we gonna do to them.
Right.
We're gonna do you dirty. Go ahead.
Yeah, these dudes are serious booty warriors.
Right. They the pirates, but they coming to take it.
Right.
They coming to take it because obviously they didn't plan on asking them for it. You know, we gonna do you even worse than what we used to do to them. And if anybody been around homosexual scene, they are violent. Yeah. They are some of the most violent people on the planet. They stay fighting each other and terrorizing each other. They are violent and mean. Go ahead.
Right. Violent and aggressive.
Very violent and aggressive. Yeah. Them homosexuals are so violent, man, and aggressive, and they stay in domestic disputes.
And criminals.
Right. Go ahead.
Do you think about it? Sodom and Gomorrah was like a top military power on this day. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, because in order for because they was in the seat of the Americans in the day.
Yeah, they was like Sodom. Yeah, that's why they were so proud. That's why you know like people here they proud of homosexuality. Right. Look at Lil Nas X. He having sex with Satan, making Satan shoes. He, running around. It's just disgusting. Go ahead.
Yeah, Atlanta, June, Pride Week.
Gay Pride.
Pride Week.
Right. Gay Pride. They got their whole, they got gay pride. I guess we got to battle against that. We got to ask straight pride. Can we start having marches for being straight now? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that then? Like, but yeah, that's terrible, man. That's absolutely terrible. Keep going.
And they pressed sore on the man.
And they did what?
Pressed sore on the man.
They kept pressing. They kept pressing them, putting pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? Right. Go ahead.
Even Lot and came near to break the door.
Right. They trying to take. They gonna take. Rape these men. Right. They coming in there to rape these men. And that's the aggressive spirit of these homosexuals, man. Right. Because they have been raped. Like I said, it breeds what it is. You reap what you sow. So since a lot of them was raped and taken advantage of, they feel the need to do it to other people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why Tyler Perry got some gay show out right now. about that called Ruthless, where he didn't get to live out his whole fantasy on TV in front of everybody. He got this gay cult where the leader is it's called Ruthless. It's a gay cult. Tyler Perry made. He got a gay cult where a man who was in prison got out of prison, made a cult where he's having sex with men and making them, have sex with one woman at a time. And he tells these men he's seeding them because he's the highest. Like the Most High, he's the highest of the high. It's so good. It's Tyler Perry living out here. He got men around there, naked men there. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole gay cult. And guess what color they wear?
It was all.
Well, guess what color they wear in the show?
What color was it?
What color do they wear in this show?
Oh, purple.
Because if you look at the gay flag, in the gay flag, they got colors. In the purple, in the gay flag, the purple, they got meanings for each color. Right. The purple color means is the spirit of homosexuality. Right. And so, that's I deserve. But I don't know if y'all heard the story. I know they tried to shut down our Passover.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Y'all heard about that? Yeah, they tried to shut down our homosexual selves. Police, a police leader tried to shut down our Passover, calling our venue, acting like they was us, trying to say that we canceling our Passover and things like that. They are disgusting homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? With that spirit. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of homosexuality is all over them. They leader. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't heard the stories about them. Shooting. They remember just shooting transvestites in the face because they coming out with stuff. They leaders sending rod pictures to his constituents. Constituents. He's sending rod pictures to them. They homosexual. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, like I said, these we have to come against these things, man. But these brothers is gonna rape these brothers, man. Right. And these homosexuals, are very aggressive now today. And this was all the way back in Sodom and Gomorrah in Genesis. They showing you that aggressive nature. That's why I say it's a demon. This demon been around for thousands and thousands of years, been around. And that same aggressive spirit is on him now. But Tyler Perry is living that out. That's why I should say, but yeah, on this show called Ruthless, it's a gay cult. And he tried to disguise it at first. He don't let you know what's going on in the beginning to get you in there and you find out because they was always like, have you been enlightened yet? Has the highest enlightened you yet? Getting enlightened is him smashing you in the name of their God. Wow. You know what I'm saying? These dudes around here, bro, it's crazy, man. Trying to act like an army is evil, man. But it's Tyler Perry. He gets to see man naked, looking at Roz. He's just living his best life right now. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Now that show, Ruthless is actually a spin-off of The Oval. See what I'm saying? You know the show, right? It's called The Oval. And The Oval is a spin-off of that. So the shit's even worse.
Right. And I'll tell you that. It's all politics. The Oval is about the Oval Office. Politics, homosexuality, and it's all the same thing. So it's all, and he's just letting you know what it is. The reason these homosexuals are so aggressive in there, like you said, the government was behind it.
Right. And what trips me out about this scripture right here is how fast they knew, the whole city knew that some strangers were there, and it was only 2 of them. That's crazy right there. What type of intelligence did they have?
Well, you know what I'm saying? They just seen some fresh meat walking around in the gates. I don't know what was going on. The brother Clas talking about the Megan video, I didn't even watch it. You know what I'm saying? He said it targeted children and full of adverse sexual behaviors. He said it's ushering in pedophilia.
Because like when you watch the video, it's like a Toy Story theme in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
So to kids.
Full of nakedness.
In the Toy Story. Like I said, it started off with him playing with dolls. You know what I'm saying? Playing with dolls, that's their whole mission. But like I said, who was you making this video for with a Toy Story theme? You know what I mean?
Right.
But you just seen Cardi B said she don't allow her kids to watch her videos. I wonder why. Because she know who they're targeting to.
That's a
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. It was at the where they pressed up on them.
Okay, yeah, okay. Verse 10. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. Verse 11.
So they grabbed Lot.
Right,
so Lot was putting his life on the line for these brothers.
Right.
He ain't letting he holding the door. They ran up. Well, Lot is ready to die for these brothers. Put his life on the line for these men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's he didn't brought some. It's just like you didn't invite me over to your crib, and some of your people trying to do some harm to me. Like I ain't even been here. What they want with me? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like what would we first say? And you set me up. So you didn't call up and want to do this. You know, and that's what we'll be saying. Like if you had some, you brought look. I don't know what y'all got going on. This brother's my guest. Whatever problem y'all had before. It ain't gonna happen here. Y'all gotta go and catch him on your own time. If that's the case, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no parts in this. It's gonna look like I had something to do with this. You know what I'm saying? If I let y'all in here to do something to these men who I invited to my house, no, it's gonna look like I was in accessory to this crime. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 11. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness.
Right, and so the angels smote them with blindness. So what they was doing was righteous and so okay.
Right.
Why would the Lord allow the angels to smote them with blindness?
Right.
Okay? Because it was evil what they was doing. This homosexuality is wrong, it's not of the Lord, and people know it. If homosexuality was something that was right to do, it would bring forth fruit. It would do something that was beneficial to society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot have children with homosexuals. You can't. Two men can't make babies. Two women can't make babies.
Right.
Women talking about, well, I can freeze my eggs. You still need a man's sperm, simpleton. Stop being so simple. You still need a man.
Right.
And simpletons, man. But go ahead, man. Like the brother said, man. But we already know the pedophilia is coming.
Right.
The pedophilia is definitely coming into this what you call it, this earth. You know what I'm saying? That's what that plus is. It's a plus now on the LGBTQ. They got the plus there. And so that's them pedophilians coming out saying, y'all saying they can't help who they love. How y'all can tell me who I can love? Oh, wow. I love this little boy, just like this person loves a man. Who can you tell me? How can you tell me who I can love? That's that box. You open it up.
So not just California, but it's also legalized in other states as well.
Yeah, I heard about that thing.
But I think they say it was first legalized in California.
At a certain age, it was something that they tried to pass, some bill about if the I don't know if it was the parent or the kid, they can at a certain age. Go ahead.
It was supposed to be a 10-year gap.
10 years.
Yeah, so it's to be adult, whether it's male or female adult, 10 years between that adult and the child.
So a 9 and a 19.
Right.
So some 19-year-old boy can come try to have sex with your 9-year-old daughter.
Yeah. Also to
it's gonna be a misunderstanding.
Damn right. Also to bestiality. It's legalized in 14 states in the U.S. But as far as pedophilia, you see what I'm saying? They still trying to work that out, I guess.
Wow.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, this is all too reminiscent of some of the battles that the captain said with the conscious community. Maybe we just don't understand the science behind it. Maybe, I don't know.
It's some wicked ass science.
With some weird shit.
I don't really understand the science behind it. The science is it doesn't create life. Sex is it's a natural order of things, which they talk about balance in their conscious community. They're supposed to be under the laws of Ma'at, which speaks about balance and truth and order. What's order and truth and balance about? That nothing. Go ahead.
Science behind it is a seed of a man don't go in another man. So what happens is it would be like taking wet plug and trying to put it in a socket.
Yeah, boom, yeah. And that's how disgusting Tyler Perry is. What you just said, to see, like, he had these men, there's 7 men, and he said he sees them. So, and the women think, like, and they have coordinations, the women think they're coming, like, they get to carry the baby of the highest. Right. So the women come into this room thinking they finna have sex with the highest, with the dude. Right. Come to find out, he done seeded 7 men. And so when these 7 men has basically him has his seed through them to her.
That's insane. That's
in his homosexual mind, man. Like he made a whole, you know what I mean? Right. Like a whole day, this is what he would love to. This is probably what he got going on in his studios in his life. You know what I'm saying?
I bet. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because you are absolutely right. Because as far as all his shows, he's the producer, director, writer, he's everything.
He's the highlight.
And a lot of people give him backlash because they like, how do you do everything? He's like, I just do everything. Mm-hmm. I'm the director, I'm the writer, I'm the character, I'm everything. Mm-hmm. I do all on my own. Then in Atlanta, he bought a whole couple of acres of a studio in Atlanta. And he just pretty much just...
He is the highlight now. He's down to having sex with the people to get on the show.
And they are bad actors. They are terrible actors.
That's the same spirit.
No budget.
That like Prince and Michael Jackson had in them too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it also has to do with a spirit of being a perfectionist. Also, you know, a lot of the gays is real arrogant. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like they had like Greek mythology where they have certain, you know, characters that would be like that or whatever. I can't think of the name of it. But it's some serious high level witchcraft right there. I mean, it's some real, you know what I'm saying, real deep occultic, you know.
No, you ain't lying, man. But this isn't. But to get back to the point, that's what Sodom and Gomorrah is. That's why America is the, you know, new Sodom and Gomorrah spiritually. Right. And that never good. He smoked over blindness, and what happened after that?
So that they worried themselves to find the door. Verse 12. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. They was blind and still was like
that. Sound like what? Oh my goodness, but yeah. Like I said,
like I believe that was talking about the angels actually not like you get.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, let's say good night. No, it's okay. 2 men. Yeah, okay. And the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides the son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city? Bring them out of this place.
Right, okay, yeah, that's the angel telling Lot. Okay. That's what he said, because they was going to destroy the whole, and that's what the Lord did to that place. And so, people, when the Lord destroys this place, right, don't be surprised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be shocked. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? No, the Lord is going to destroy this place for this wickedness that's going on here. Just like he said, keep going, they're going to tell you, that ain't my word.
Verse 13, for we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxed great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it.
Right, the Lord is going to send angels down here to destroy this place, man. So don't be shocked when it happens. Don't be shocked when it happens, because you got, you know what I'm saying? It's another story on how long the UFC. What was that UFC fighter name? It was UFC fighter, Fallon Fox. Broke her opponent's skull in the UFC match. They said when transgender fighter Fallon Scott broke her opponent's skull in an MMA fight. Come on, man. It's terrible. You know what I'm saying? These people are absolutely coming up against our people. You know what I'm saying? Coming up against our people with this homosexuality. But here in the UPK, we fighting against it, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We fighting against it. We're going to keep coming against it. Y'all want to talk about we complaining.
Damn
No,
right.
we're not complaining.
Damn
We
right.
are giving you the solution. Now, we teaching you what the problem is.
Right.
So you can stop hating yourself, you know, and hating your people for what's going on. You can channel that energy properly. Channel that energy properly and teach you how to, you know, battle against it with your children, with your wife, with your brothers and your sisters. And when you start to battle, now you come to find out what else I got to do. You got to get the Lord on your side, man. You have to get the Most High. So you got to get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. And that will, in turn, cause us to gather ourselves together like we are doing in the I.S.U.P.K. We ain't coming together for nothing. We coming together because we in like mind. We in the same one body. We in the same spirit.
Right.
And we have a common enemy and a common problem. And we also know that we have to come together for the solution.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't do this on our own, but we also can't team up with people who's going to molest our children, who's going to steal the money, who's going to, you know, and treat our daughters like whores, who's going to be trying to sell drugs to our people. We can't come together with you. We got to come together with people who have like-minded, like the scripture say, two people can't walk together unless they be in the same mind, unless they be equally yoked. I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have to be of the same mind, of the same spirit for this thing to work. We cannot be hand in hand with the drug dealer. That goes against what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people off drugs. He's trying to sell them drugs. How can we work together?
Right.
We are going against what he's trying to do. We tell our sisters, stop being whores. How can we work together with the pimps? How can we work together, you know what I'm saying, with the, it's not a coincidence that we say we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. How can we work with an Israelite group that, you know, allow their members to kill members, to teach brothers that you can only have one woman, which in turn makes them go sleep with transsexuals, which makes them have sex with sisters and toss them to the side and treat them like whores. We can't come together with them. When their leader is locking up brothers unjustly, you know what I'm saying, in prison. Go ahead.
How can we, how can we join to a people or a group where, you know, they have their Passover at a strip club?
Right, they had a Passover at the strip club. Well, they had a Passover.
Right.
With the strippers at the Passover. Yeah, you know, they're gonna come and try to have sex with you. Now we can't come together. We are not associated or affiliated with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what this thing is about, man. So we have to gather together in one body. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures talk about, it ain't about the numbers. You know what I'm saying? How many numbers you got. It's not about that. You know, one solid brother is better than 100 fake, weak, solid brothers.
That's right.
Okay? It ain't about the numbers, man. That ain't have nothing to do with it. The Lord wants people who are solid. Baby, it says, grab that script, I'm gonna get this last scripture. Narrow is the path, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Straight is the path. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna show you that this is the scripture saying it's not about, you know what I'm saying, tons of people coming in here and understanding this truth. This is not what this is about. This is not what the Lord has to say about what we're doing here. It's not that. Okay? So if you're looking for numbers, the Christian church got numbers, and look where we are today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read it.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in the straight gate.
Into what?
Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in the straight gate.
Enter ye in the straight gate. Okay? The straight gate. Keep going.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Read now, read. Listen to this good, don't you know what I'm saying? Read that smooth.
Okay.
Enter ye into the straight gate because what?
Enter ye in a straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
That leadeth to what?
Leadeth to destruction.
Wide is the gate that leadeth to destruction. What can get through a wide gate? More people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get into the Christian church. They let everybody in. Everybody can get into the Muslim mosque. They let everybody in. Everybody, you know what I mean? We have a narrow gate. A straight gate. It's hard to get in here. It's one at a time. You got to take your time. Ain't no bum rushing people finna get in here.
Right.
Because it says wide is the gate that leads into construction. You know what that means? That wide is the gate. That's that. It makes me think of that's that open mind.
Right. Exactly.
You open minded to everybody. You just wide open.
Right.
No, this gate is closed, narrow.
Right.
My mind ain't open. It's very narrow, straightforward. You know what I mean? And that's what the Lord said. This is not my word. Wide is the gate that leads to destruction. Keep going.
That leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in direct. Verse 14. Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that findeth it.
Read that again.
Okay. Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way.
Right.
A lot of people can't walk on a narrow path. Like you said, this is a tight rope. Like it's tight. It's narrow. Coming into this truth ain't easy. It's tough. We make it very hard. You know what I'm saying? We have strict rules. It's not easy. It's not open to everything and everybody. We ain't allow you to be homosexual. We ain't gonna allow you to be a drug addict. We ain't gonna allow it. You're gonna have to get your stuff together.
Right.
We don't allow that, and you will be out of here.
Right.
Everybody can be in a Christian church. That gate is wide.
Right.
Wide open.
Right.
They open minded.
Right.
Go ahead.
But we want proof on what the officer is saying. Look how many drug dealers go to church on Easter. Right. Easter Sunday coming up. Watch how many drug dealers be there.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to, like I said, they know we have a panel. People don't want to come because they know, man, I can't go in there doing nothing. This ain't that type of party. You know what I'm saying? I got to come down on my best behavior. If I do try to come, I got to come on the straight narrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They already know it's not a game, but it's not going to be done play. Like, right. They already in their mind know, like, them boys don't play no game with them. Them brothers is serious. You know what I'm saying? Right. You niggas out there risking their lives like that and don't care about nothing. But, the Lord and death, you know what I'm saying, war, you know what I'm saying, it's not to be played with. Keep going.
Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life.
That leadeth to what?
Leadeth unto life.
Straight is the way that leadeth to life. You want to live, or you want to die?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's I guess you do got to, if you have a choice, if that's, you know what I'm saying? If that's a choice. Right. Either you're going to get down or you're going to lay down. And if you lay down, you're going to stay down. Right. That's what they said. Right. You're going to get down with this truth or you're going to lay down in the ditch. Right. That's just what it's going to be. That's your option. So you do have a choice. Right. If that's much of a choice. You got a choice to live or die. Right. And straight is the way to life. Broad is the way to death. Period, point blank. You want to keep playing with the Most High, you're going to die. You're going to get put to death. You want to live, walk this straight path. Walk through this narrow path, through this straight gate. Right. All right? It's going to be tough. It's going to be rigorous. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth every sweat, every tear, every bloodshed, every bone hurt, every whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everything you think you lost is going to be worth it because you're going to get it back 100-fold. Thus says the Lord.
Right. That's right.
So is that it on that?
Nah.
Go ahead.
And few there be that find it.
And what?
Back from the side. No. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way,
right,
which leadeth unto life,
right,
and few there be that find it.
No, a lot of people find it.
Sure. Would this be a precept for many are called, but few are chosen?
That's right. Same thing.
God.
Same thing. But it said, well, no, you sure they say a lot of people find it?
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way.
What did it say? Did it say a lot of people find it?
And few there be that find it.
No, we got a big mega church. You know what I mean?
And few there be that find it.
It's only few people, man. Few people are going to find this truth. Few is going to find that narrow gate, man. It's going to be tough to get into something that is really of the Lord. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a straight gate. It ain't gonna be wide open for everybody to enter and have some type of unity camp and some, garbage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a straight path. It's gonna be what they say, marble this way or the highway.
Right.
Straight. You know what I mean? We're gonna get with it, man, or get lost, man. And that's just the bottom line. We ain't got time to play with you. We don't care about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? This is not about how we feel. This is about what the Lord said needs to be done. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for, y'all, they got all the numbers. They got all these numbers. They got numbers because they're open-minded, and everybody can come through that gate.
Right.
Everybody. Wide is that gate. All right? So that's it on that, right? So with that, man, this is the I.S.U.P.K. out of 125th Harlem, New York, under Commander Gen.YAHANNA. All right, pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. Come to the Passover, man. Come to the Passover. The BH Ranch, Houston, Texas, April 24th. It's on our website. Go check out the website. Go subscribe to I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis, man, on YouTube and Facebook. I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis, man. We got major content. We do food drive, in the city. You can find out when we're having our food drive. Go to our Google, Google I.S.U.P.K. Minnesota, and you will find us on there, man. You will find out all of our information when we having our events here, when we're doing, some amazing things for the people. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Yahweh to the brothers. Yahweh Shamal to the sisters. And I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer among the bar. Clap it up, man. See what we're doing, some amazing.
Shalom Israel, these are the I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. Well, the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. That'll be saluted only. They're here to shut themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother's $100 per adult 17 and up, 16 and below come in free. And if anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That means your boots, your shirts, your pant, your headband, and or scarf. And with that, upon Yakudam, which means turn your face to east. We'll say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanahu, Shabbat Shemayim, Kudash, Hayah, Shemkat, Yahweh, Malakukat, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazak, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Natan, Manaw, the Calm, Call, Yawam, Basalak now, Gabawak now. Kasalak now, Kabawak now, Wala'ah, Tabiyah now, Banasawam, Abal, Awashai now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wahatakuran, La'ayalami, Alman. What we just said in English is our Father, which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. Pray to bless Israel in the evening. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Barak Lanau. Wayat Shal. Wahabayat. Sapari. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. At this time, you can say the name of loved one once. Everyone repeats the name once. If you're following us on Facebook or on YouTube, you can type in the name of a loved one, and we'll send the prayers up with you.
I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis.
I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis.
The Hall family.
The Hall family.
Todd family.
Todd family.
Puckett family.
Puckett family.
The Cook family.
Cook family.
Papaya Olive.
Papaya Olive.
Captain Marquardt.
Captain Marquardt. Israelite School U.P.K.
Israelite School U.P.K.
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Jamie.
James.
Annalie. Whitney.
Raphael.
The McIntosh family.
McIntosh.
Yakudash. Zaryali. Kayali. Your man B.
Young man B.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Captain Marquardt.
Captain Marquardt.
The Rollins family.
The Rollins family. Papaya.
Captain Cornwall.
Captain Cornwall.
Captain Rakizai.
Captain Rakizai.
General
Mahoney.
Israelite School U.P.K.
Israelite School U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis.
I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Shalayala.
Shalashiala.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. Is that the beginning of the online?
No.
Bashim Yahushua.
Rahman. Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
In Israel.
In Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
Bless. Heal.
Shield.
Protect. The loved ones.
The loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Say evils and curses.
And evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To
destruction.
the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
Speak against
Thy
us.
prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
In the school.
And the school.
Say evils and curses.
And evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To the
destruction.
heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
Into thy sanctuary.
Into thy sanctuary.
Say evils and curses.
And evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And to the nation.
And to the nation.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
Court system.
Court system.
Prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope. Islam.
Christianity. Egyptology.
Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Every nation. Skinheads. Hashkomatazi. Gay movement. Lesbian movement. Spies. Orders of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airway. The cable access channel. And the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen. Stand in the way. Will try to stop us. Broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And consume them. Let the plague shake. The house of the thief. And the murder. Let Yahushua. Michael and Gabriel. Down with the flying saucers. And punish all the heathen. That come up against us. As we speak thy words. Cause it to be known by all. That it's angels that have done. Cause it be spread. Through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake it. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Sorry. Means to turn. Men of Israel. Amadu Shabbat. Amadu. Barak. Yazmatah. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Amadu Shabbat. Amadu. Barak.
Shalom, Yahweh, Shema,
Yazmatah.